That's a good question. I think we should start this episode just like that,
Like this?
just like this. Hi,
Like right
welcome to
now?
episode 16 of the Ready Set Lag podcast. I am the host with the host. Wait, I'm the host with the other host hosting.
And I am the second host
Host
of
with
the
host
host.
hosting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey,
All right.
wel- welcome to episode 16 of the
My
Ready
head
Set
hurt.
Lag podcast. I am one of the hosts, Jared.
And I am the other host, Nick.
And before we get into the episode, we got a pretty good episode today. A
Mhm.
lot of exciting things have happened, and a lot of exciting things are about to happen inside the world of video games. But before we get into that, if you guys enjoy the podcast or you find yourself coming back to listen to each episode every week, feel free to head over to whatever app or website you are listening to the podcast and give us a thumbs up, a written review, whatever it is, to tell us how much you love and or hate the podcast. I'll take either at this point, to be honest.
Just give us some attention,
Yeah, just
please.
give us some attention. If you hate the podcast, tell us how much we suck. If you love it, tell us how you want us to go to 3 episodes a week and how you just want us to hear us talk for hours. Which either like whatever way you want to do it. I think that's great. I think we're
Yeah.
doing
I mean,
we're off to a great start. So
yep.
if so Sony's State of Play,
Yep.
we watched it. I was, to be honest with you, is probably one of the better not just State of Play, but like I guess the, what would you say, the digital showcases.
Yeah, I've just been keeping my expectations low when it comes to stuff like this, just so I can be pleasantly surprised. And I was a little pleasantly surprised, you know.
I think
Um,
since what was it? The Game Awards
mhm.
was probably the last time that I've actually had like or been this excited for games that have been, kind of games being announced. So it was I was like I said, I was very surprised. It was fun to watch. It was one of those things that you wish were longer. You wish that there was more things that they had to announce. But I mean, let's just go through the list here, right? We're gonna go through the list and then we're gonna pick out the things that we like the most. You've got the Resident Evil 4 remake. You
Yep.
were probably more excited about this than me. I'm
Yeah,
not a big Resident Evil fan.
yeah. I know a lot of people have. Well, I guess some people would have a bit of a love-hate relationship with Resident Evil 4. I'd say most people love it. Like the one big drawback was the character of Ashley, but we'll see how they do with this.
So I was actually
It looks
reading
good.
was reading some stuff about this, and people were saying that like the game's gonna be, it's like a reimagined version of the game. So like if
Yeah,
you, it's not gonna be like I don't know anything about Resident Evil, so people's gonna have to look this up. Fact check me on this one because I have absolutely no idea. But people said that if you want to actually experience Resident Evil 4, you should play the original and then play the remake because they said it's not gonna be like,
probably not. Well, when this was announced, I wasn't expecting it to get announced like for this showcase, but I'm not surprised it was announced because Capcom was just going through and just basically they're pretty much doing like a soft reboot of this whole series.
yeah.
Um,
So that, if you guys are into Resident Evil, um,
and this was a good showcase for you.
yeah, this is a really, really good showcase for you. Um, like I said, I'm not a big Resident Evil. I'm not into any kind of scary game. So
Which, yeah, like I'm really surprised that they didn't save this because there's going to be a Capcom showcase a little later on down the line. So I'm actually kind of surprised they didn't save it for that.
well, more on Resident Evil. We had the Resident Evil Village PlayStation VR 2.
Yeah, I don't know if people are going to be able to handle VR and having uh Lady Dimitrescu just towering over them. I don't like.
Yeah, well, people are going to be pretty excited about that.
I'd say people are going to be pretty happy.
We also had the Walking Dead Saint. Now, this one was actually really cool.
That looks
I've never
really fun.
played I've never put a VR goggle or headset on in my life, and Saints and Sinners, I didn't know it was Walking Dead, but it looked awesome, and I was actually pretty excited about it. Like I said, we need to get into VR. That's something we definitely need to do.
Yeah,
Um,
I've tried VR a couple of times. I played like Super Hot. A lot of fun. So yeah, like you said, we both saw this Saints and Sinners, and I think we were both just really impressed. We didn't know it was Walking Dead, but super looks super fun.
and then we've got No Man's Sky,
Also,
PlayStation VR 2.
yeah, dude, this is Sony's really pushing for people to get the new virtual reality set.
I know people who had the first one, just the VR, PlayStation VR, and they really liked it. Like I said, I've never VR to me, I think we've said this before on the podcast. It was always one of those things that I was like, "Oh, that'll be really cool someday." And I just kind of looked past it and never really got into it. But there's some things happening with it, some games that just look like you need to have a VR set, right? And I
Yeah,
don't know if I would get the PlayStation VR or if I would just get like an Oculus or like a what's a HTC Vive or whatever it
uh,
is, the one that plugs into your computer.
yeah.
Um to play the games that are on Steam. But if they keep having showcases like this with like stuff like The Walking Dead, I it's just a lot of money I feel like I'm about to be spending on video games coming up. Uh,
Yeah, we've come a long way since the days of the Connect.
oh God,
You know, like the technology has come a long way.
yeah. And then obviously you've got uh the part. So there's two VR games that made me think about getting the PlayStation VR. That was The Walking Dead, and then Horizon Call of the Mountain.
Hmm.
So that looked to me like sort of like one of those big selling points for
Y-
the VR.
The I believe the exact words that you said to me as soon as that game popped up were like, "This is what I would like buy VR for. Like, this is the kind of game I would play."
Just that like the I don't know how to explain it because I've never played VR, but like that vast openness of like with you with the goggles on and you being there like looking around and you seeing like the I've never played that much of Horizon, so forgive me for if I'm calling it the wrong thing, but the dinosaur robots that was like swimming around when they were in the canoe, like that to me is like, okay, like that's
Well,
what I would put a headset on for.
yeah,
Like that would be cool.
the biggest drawback for like the VR experience is just like how um on rails and linear that the games have to be. So with something like Call of the Mountain, where it gives you I don't know if it plays this way, but visually it gives you more of a sense of openness and like exploration and adventure.
That's what it looked like.
Yeah,
So
we'll see. We'll see how it is.
we might have to snag one, right? We might have to do a whole trade-off thing. Like you get a PlayStation VR and I get like another like the PC VR,
Hmm.
just so we can play the games and talk about them because I really have no idea. I don't know anything about VR. That's got to change.
Yeah,
Um,
we'll get into it.
yeah, we'll get there. And then you have the Horizon Forbidden West update.
Right.
So you
Got
have
New
the
Game
PlayStation.
Plus,
Yeah, I was about to say PlayStation Plus. You have the new game plus. You have the what was it?
ultra hard modes, and transmogs, stuff like that.
So if you're a Horizon fan, we said a Resident Evil fan, but if you're a Horizon fan, this was a great showcase
Yeah.
for you. And then obviously you tweeted about this.
Yeah, we did.
Marvel Spider-Man Remastered, which can you really call it a remaster? The game already looked fantastic.
Yeah, like um it's not, honestly, it didn't look as like it was as much of a remaster, like jumping from like the PlayStation 5 version.
Yeah, to
But
the PC, it's like you might get some more frames, which is
yeah.
great. I'm kind of it's not PG-13. I'm kind of a frame whore when it comes to video games. Like I love, like I will switch down to 1080p if it means I'm pegged at like 240 frames. You know what I mean? Like I love having high frame rate.
Yeah, I just for this, like for this announcement, and obviously I think I saw something where Miles Morales was also coming over. But like
Yeah, they
the
said, what did they
fact
say,
that
next year or something like that?
probably, but like the what really gets me is the fact that we covered an article talking about how like Xbox completely passed on a chance for exclusive rights to Spider-Man when they were approached by Marvel Games. So they went with Sony, and now Microsoft has acquired it for the PC. So
And
yeah, we
you're gonna have a lot of games, which they've been doing it, right, with Horizon and Days Gone and God of War and these games
they
coming to PC.
the probably the bigger like AAA titles, like those have been like making their way over.
Death Stranding, right? You've got all these huge games. So this is going to be a thing. I feel like it's going to be, games are going to come out. Their big hits on PlayStation are going to come out, and they're probably going to stay on console for a year, 2 years, and then they're going to come over to PC. Now, if they
Uh,
sell well on PC, right, it could be less time, right? It could be like a year, and then they put them on PC. So
Everything is going to become Fortnite. I can see it in the future. Just like
crossplay.
every no, just like because Fortnite has been acquiring all these like pop culture icons and everything. Like you take a screenshot of that game now, like just take multiple screenshots of the game and send them out, and everybody's gonna be like, "What is this? What game is this?" Yeah, so that's what everything's gonna be Fortnite.
I We were talking about Spider-Man.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
I honest to God forgot how I got here.
I was like, wait, did I miss something? We were talking about Fortnite.
Yeah, I don't know. I actually completely I blanked out and I completely forgot how we got here.
That's funny. So we got Stray. If you like cats, um,
If you're a big cat fan.
yeah, if you're a big cat person, you got a game playing as a cat. Then you've got, we're gonna skip that one because I feel like we're gonna talk about that one.
Yeah,
You got Roller Drome. That looked
which looks like
fun.
a oh, it looks so fun.
Eternites. That one also looked really really fun.
Yes.
Street Fighter 6. People are gonna be excited about that. I don't like fighting games like that. Tunic. I've been hearing mad people talk about Tunic. I've yet to play it, but it's coming to PlayStation. Season, that feel good vibe game.
Yeah, that
Um,
it gave me what was it kind of like Firewatch kind of vibes where it's just
Chilling out.
like yeah, it's got like a story to tell and it's just a very like kick back, chill kind of game.
Then you've got. Okay, well, let's go back up first. We'll talk about this one. We'll talk about the last one.
Okay.
Uh, the Callisto Protocol.
Yeah,
So
that
Dead
dude.
Space.
Yeah, like you and I were sitting there just like, "Huh, this looks very familiar." And like as it went on, we're like, "This is 100% Dead Space." I'm like, "This doesn't look like it because they're doing like a Dead Space remake." But I'm like, "This doesn't look like the remake." And I'm like, "Is this like a whole new game?"
So it's made by the same developers who made Dead Space.
Yeah, it's supposed to be, I think it's a spiritual successor.
And it says, "Don't tell EA." No, that game is definitely. I just said I don't play horror games, but I love Dead Space. Something about the gameplay, just I really really enjoyed. So this is definitely probably going to be one of those games that you're going to watch me play on stream and watch me, like, I might have to turn the cam on so you guys can see me like hide. Like I get very terrified with games, but it looks so good.
I wish you would play Phasmophobia with me again.
It's never going to happen. It was a one and done type thing. So then we got Final Fantasy 16. Looked incredible.
Dude,
Incredible.
the visuals for that trailer were some of the best I've ever seen.
This was one of those trailers that when it was playing, like we just weren't saying anything. Like it was like,
Mhm.
"Oh my god, this looks great." Right?
Like, okay, I see you.
Like I thoroughly enjoyed the trailer. I've played a lot of Final Fantasy games. I've not necessarily kept up with like the newest ones that have been coming out, but it's definitely something I'm probably gonna have to go back and play. Just to
Uh,
I know that
I
they're not like we've probably got some huge Final Fantasy fans that'll be like, no, they're all tied together. But it's like I never can tell.
well,
But
I think a few like there's some like there's some things that kind of tie a few of them together like very loosely, like oh maybe they, but I don't think anything's confirmed. Like
that actually
it,
tie them together.
yeah, but like for me, I've never really played Final Fantasy. I actually recently I've been picking up Final Fantasy 15 and playing through it, having a blast, really fun.
I've been playing Bioshock. I've seen a lot.
Yeah, I've been playing some Bioshock Infinite too. Actually, I finally beat that, by the way.
Fantastic, wasn't it?
Dude, my brain hurt at the end,
Yeah,
but
so
like
good.
it's one of those games where you want to like go onto the internet and just watch like theory videos on to just get like a deeper grasp of like what's going on. But that game was phenomenal.
It was free. I think it. No, it's not free anymore. Now it's Wolfenstein. It was free on
The games.
yeah, Epic Games. But moving on from that, moving on from State of Play, obviously we're very, very excited about. I'm excited about Eternites. I'm excited about the Callisto Protocol, Final Fantasy. I need to play Tunic. Um, Roller Drome looked really sick too. That looked cool.
Yeah,
Stray looked cool too. It's about cats, but it looked cool.
I would say like my favorites were probably the Callisto Protocol was up there, Roller Drome, um, Final Fantasy 16, and Eternites. Which Eternites looks like it was kind of inspired by like Persona 5. It's got this whole action JRPG with like dating sim stuff in it.
It looks really, really cool.
The like I was it looked really pretty. Like
Well,
just the visuals alone, like it looked great.
Well, obviously we had the State of Play going on. We had the Sonic showcase today that I watched. That was Sonic is it that game's gonna struggle.
Yeah. I
But
was
we've
like,
got Games Fest coming on. We've got the Xbox Bethesda showcase. We've got a lot of things that we're gonna be talking about. A lot of things that we're looking forward to. We have the Modern Warfare 2 unveiling tomorrow on the 8th. So we're recording this on the 7th. So you will when you listen to this, it'll be that day because the podcast comes out on Wednesday. A lot of big things happening right now that it makes our job way easier. But I'm pretty excited about it. So moving on to just my favorite topic. I love it. Battlefield 2042 Season 1 kicks off with absolutely nothing.
I can't. I can hear your blood pressure
I'm
rising.
holding my chest right now, I'm rubbing my chest, like because like I'm like seething.
You know, I'm really expecting. We're gonna see a lot of Fortnite.
We're gonna see a lot of Fortnite in this
We're not.
Battlefield 2042, dude. I'm leaving that in too. I'm not even editing that out. I was so
Oh no,
confused.
I hope you do too. Dude, I swear to God, if you would have like hooked my brain up to machines, you would have just seen it flatline.
I was like, why are we talking about
I
Fortnite?
have, bro. I had no like. Listen, we were walking down the road, and I just made like a left turn, and you just kept walking. And I was just like,
I was like,
"Where am
yeah, dude, stuff's coming to PC. Hey, dude, if you plug everything in right now, Fortnite's looking rough, dude. I was like, I don't even know what I'm looking at. Oh man. But Battlefield Season 1, uh nothing. Right? You've got a
Oh
season
yeah,
pass, you got a new
new
operator,
new choppers, a
one
vehicle.
map.
Yes.
I'm
Dude,
so done. There's
they're
nothing like
pulling EA at this point. EA is pulling a weekend at Bernie's and just parading like this game's corpse around. Just
like, hey, you guys thought the game was dead before? Here's a map.
He got like sunglasses on
So you guys
it.
remember us?
Oh my god.
It's just like
Oh,
the
it's so bad.
it's just like I'm imagining, right, like all of these game announcements and everybody getting super hyped, and there's just that one like DICE employee holding up a sign, Battlefield 2042. Nobody cares.
No, absolutely nobody.
Like everybody's just kind of pushing them out of the way. They're just like, dude, you're tired. Just shut up. Like you're done. You're gonna have them hack into Games Fest just to show the season one trailer, and everybody in is gonna be like, "What is this?"
Huh?
Oh
Uh,
man, there's nothing. Like
no,
don't buy the season pass. Don't don't play the game.
let it die with as much dignity as we could possibly give it.
Yeah, there. So let's just go through. We got to talk about it, right? So you've got I don't even know how to say. Oh,
You can
Liss.
do
Oh,
it.
Owelina.
Got it. You got this.
Uelina. Is that right? I get that?
Dude, I have no idea.
Okay.
Ew.
Ew. So they're adding ew, um, rocket launcher, uh, helicopter, or is it out? It's like it's just
Dude, when you like you're just trying to you're trying to find a way to just like really make it sound as impressive as
I
you
can't.
possibly
There's
can.
nothing. There's two. There's a tank. Two. Wait. Hold on. Wait. Yeah. There's a tank and a helicopter and a gun. No. No.
Like,
No. Ghost Maker crossbow.
dude, the only thing that would sell me on this at this point, you need a new headband.
Yeah, you gotta have. It's got to be blue, dude. This one's got to be blue. New updates dropping, boys. So Battlefield's dead. I have to talk about it when something releases on it because it's just like it hurts me. Like we're laughing about it and it's absolutely hilarious, but like
Mhm.
I there's nothing here, right?
Dude,
Like it's
that's
not
I
worth the
cannot
time.
we will get more entertainment out of the episodes of Battlefield Friends that are going to come out.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It's going to be so good.
Shout out to them, by the way. They're close to us or close to me. So if they somehow listen to this podcast and they ever want to, I don't know, play games. I don't know. I can't talk
Battle-
about it anymore. We got to move
Battlefield
on.
Friends coming to Fortnite.
Like, come over to Fortnite, dude. We're plugged in. Um. So yeah, just don't buy it. Don't support it. Just kind of tuck it away and act like it's not happening. And let them do their what is it? Four. They have to do 4 updates, 4 seasons, because that's what they promised with the
Mhm.
pre-order. So they got to do 4 of these. There's going to be 3 more. Probably one of them won't even have a map. Uh, and just let them do it. Let it be done. Um, but back to things that will never happen. E3 will be back in 2023. No, it's not.
Yeah, I mean, it would be great to like have like these big events and stuff again, but I don't really see these like developers and big gaming companies like wanting to participate anymore. It kind of seems like they see more of an advantage of just releasing trailers onto like their accounts on the internet, you
Well,
know.
it lets the developers kind of control the flow of information, right? They're not like waiting on E3. Now, I will admit, while I'm watching these showcases, I do miss the excitement of hey E3, right? Like this is where everybody. It's like multiple days, and every single time it's on, there's like just lists and lists of crazy cool games coming out. Like I do miss that. Like that was really it was fun to watch, but I just don't see it happening anymore. I don't see that and I also don't see the need for developers to do it.
Maybe if it was like throughout the year developers like release their own like little smaller announcements and then just save all the big stuff for E3 because that would probably like pull in so much viewership both in person and digitally.
Yeah, but they're pulling like the state of play we were watching. We were watching IGN's uh like their live stream of it, and I think it was at like 100 something thousand people. So it's like I don't see a need for the studios to do it as a consumer and as somebody who look forward to E3 every year. I want it. Like
Yeah, like
I liked it.
we would love to like go someday.
Yeah, I
Like
would love E3 was
as
always
representatives of Ready Set Lag.
that was always one of the big things that like I really wanted to be a part of was like to go to E3 and to interview the developers and like to have like build those connections with those people in the gaming industry and stuff like that. But like I said, I just don't see a need for it anymore. Like you've got Xbox and Bethesda doing their big showcase. They're probably going to do that every year. So it's like, what's the point of them? And it allows them. I don't know how it went with E3, but I'm assuming that like Sony and like Xbox and they were allowed to kind of run their own show. Like they just gave them a time slot and they were like, you can do whatever you want. You can build the stage however you want. You can but it takes that you don't have the third party. Like it's just Xbox and or Microsoft being like, okay, we're gonna do our showcase on this date. We don't have to worry about anybody else. We just do our own showcase. So I don't see it coming back. Uh, but I will hold like some hope that it does. But I don't see I see it turning into more of like an indie type deal. I don't see like EA and Bethesda and Sony and all these studios. I don't see them signing up for it.
Well, maybe the ESA will like surprise us and really come up with like ways to really innovate E3. Maybe like just, you know, come up with some ideas that'll really like pull people in and revitalize everything. I'm hoping E3 will continue to be successful and it'll be something that we can just keep looking forward to every year because I feel like it's an event that really unifies like gamers. Like, you got the the PlayStation fans and Xbox fans and Nintendo, like everybody's just coming together in one place to celebrate video games, and that's a very beautiful thing. Um, so hopefully, they'll find some new success. They'll find a way to like revitalize the whole
And
thing,
get
and
everybody back on board.
yeah, like I hope it works out. I don't see it happening, but maybe we'll be surprised.
Yeah, like I said, I just don't see it happening due to just the studios being able to like now they have with like online streaming and stuff like that. They just have which E3 was always streamed, but since it was able to be streamed, it's been streamed. Because I remember watching like G4 TV and their coverage of E3. Um, but yeah, I don't see it happening. We can hope. But now we saved the best for last.
Yeah,
So maxing out a Diablo Immortal character could reportedly cost up to. Yeah, are you holding your pants up? $110,000. 110, not $110. $110,000. Now, I would just like to say, I have played Diablo Immortal. It is really fun. Not gonna lie, you can play it on. I play it on PC. When I like go to get into bed, I can pull it up on my phone and pick up from where I left off on the computer on my phone. It's really fun. But if you are a huge Diablo fan and you're the person who likes to mid max your character, right? You want to be as strong as you can. Just go ahead and uninstall the game right now. Just go ahead and
oh,
all the dreams that you have of being the greatest dungeon crawler who ever lived, just uninstall the game. Go play Path of Exile or Diablo 3 or Diablo 2.
I would love to like I have right now the Metacritic pulled
Oh,
up.
tell me what it is.
All right. So, Metascore gives it a 75.
Uh-huh, of
User
course.
Now, user score.
Yes, this is where the meat is.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
0.5.
Oh, glorious. Glorious. I love it.
And hold on, let me just read off.
Just read a couple of them. We got some
Yeah.
time.
All right. This score of 0 from Vold614.
Great person. Comes over
Don't you
for
have
dinner.
don't you have cell phones?
Oh,
Not for this steaming pile of pay to win, disgusting abuse of consumer. I can only hope against all odds that people wake up and make a statement by not playing this cash shop trash can.
oh. But
Uh,
before you read on, let's just read. Where? Hold on. I want to read. This. Got to be an exact quote. Where was it? Hold on. This is an article from Video Game Chronicles, by the way. Hold on. Okay. Diablo Immortal's game director has suggested that some negativity around the game is based on misinformation. What part, game director? Which part are we, or is the misinformation?
it's
Is it?
not the fact. It's not that it costs $110,000 to max out your character.
No. It costs $105,000 plus
Man,
a $5,000 surcharge on your credit card. So it actually only costs $105,000. But no, I mean the game's a joke, right? I mean it is fun though. That's the part that's the part that hurts about it, right? It's like it is fun to play. It could be, and I'm not a big mobile. The fact that they give you the option to play on your computer is really cool.
it could
But
be a success.
it could have been a success. It really could have been if they would have said, "Hey, let's develop this game with the mobile like playing on your phone in our minds, but let's make it like a PC game." And then you can play. Dude, RuneScape killed this layout, this whole thing for you. Granted, the controls were way easier. It's a touch-based game or a click-based game, but you can play it on your computer, download the app on your phone, and you can play it on your phone with the same character. Like
Bro,
that part to me that's the future of gaming to me. That's the
dang.
future of mobile games.
Blizzard had to just go and pull an EA.
They did. This is like,
This is like Battlefront 2
but you know what's
all
funny
over.
though? If nobody would have said anything about this, and we've said this for a long time, this would have made its way into the full release Diablo game.
Mhm.
This kind of same, maybe not this next one, right? Because I think the next the actual like mainline Diablo game, it's already being made. But if they would have been like, hey, like people actually really didn't mind spending $110,000, let's put this in the PC version. Like this is how
All
this
that.
stuff works.
It's like this is essentially it's them testing the waters to see what they can get away with, and
And once
obviously
again,
people are not
pr-
letting them get away with this.
proud of all of you. This
Way
is
to go!
this is the stuff, right? They're still gonna make an absolute somebody's gonna spend $110,000.
But it's heroes like Vold614.
Great person, like I said, comes over for dinner.
Yeah.
Um, that this is the kind of you got to stand up to this. Put your money where your mouth is. Um,
Vote
don't
with your
buy
wallet.
it. Yeah, don't buy it. Um, but yeah, that's pretty much all I got.
Yeah. Um, Great episode.
Yeah, this is gonna be fun to edit.
Yeah.
Um, but no, I mean, I appreciate everybody for listening. Like I said at the start of the episode, if you enjoy the podcast, if you enjoy what we do, if you enjoy getting all these articles, these juicy, meaty articles for your listening pleasure without having to click stuff on the internet, other than to download this podcast, and you want to hear more, write us a review. Go over to our YouTube. We also upload the podcast on YouTube if you would rather listen to it on there while you're working or while you're doing whatever. Uh, give us a like there. Give us a subscribe. Give us a subscribe.
Give us some the, this is a threat.
Give us a
Give it-
subscribe. But no, we've got a lot of things planning. We've got oh well, no, we're not talked about that yet, have we?
Hmm?
Have we talked about season 2?
No, I don't believe
Oh,
we have. We haven't. I mean, do you want to? say what's in store, or do you want to kind of keep that a secret?
Nah, we'll just let everybody know that episode 20 is the end of season 1.
Yeah.
We'll just leave it there. Some exciting things are happening with season 2. We've got some
I,
nice little upgrades.
yeah, we got some ideas lined up.
It's going to be fun. So if you
Yeah.
enjoy the podcast now, episode 20, we're going to end it on episode 20, or is like episode 20 going to be episode 1 of season 2, or is episode 21 going to be episode of season 2?
I figured episode 21 would be the episode. Is it gonna? And that's another thing. Is it gonna be season 2, episode 1, or is it gonna be
Oh,
just
I don't know.
episode 1?
I don't know.
We
These
gotta
are
figure.
these are things we've not discussed at all.
Stay tuned.
We literally haven't talked about this yet. But no, we've got some exciting things coming. We've got a couple more episodes that are going to be the way that they are right now, and then we got some big upgrades coming. Well,
And
I'm not gonna say upgrades. They're upgrades, but like big things.
yeah, we got some
And it's
stuff
only
in
gonna
motion.
cost you, the listener, $110,000. That's all it's gonna cost.
Yeah.
But that's misinformation.
Yeah, just and very excited. We get the podcast on Fortnite.
Yeah, the podcast is
Very
gonna be on
excited.
Fortnite. Tuned in,
Vegas
dude.
it's over there.
Minecraft on Fortnite, dude. It's gonna be crazy.
Thank you guys so much for listening. Don't forget to check out our website, readysetback.com.
Big things coming there.
Yeah, you got links to all of our socials. Everything that you could possibly need to find about us is on there. Appreciate all of you for listening. And remember, as always,
I love you so much.
we love you so much.
Fortnite.